Hello and welcome. My name is Meepolis, they, he, she. And today's pick is young adult standalone graphic novel Squire by Sara Alfageeh and Nadia Shammas, published by Quill Tree Books, an imprint of HarperCollins in 2022. Content notes for racism, militarism, and naivete in the face of propaganda. As far as violence goes, this is certainly an action story with a lot of violence and practice violence, although gore and guts are almost entirely avoided. Looking at the creative team, I recently reviewed another book by Nadia entitled Where Black Stars Rise, also published in 2022. So check out that review for a full bio of this Palestinian-American creator, and or if you are looking for something more magical and less YA. Sara, new to this channel, is a Jordanian-American who works in illustration and creative direction in San Francisco, alongside of her bibliography, which included a picture book about a hijabi girl and ice skater. Sara is also a co-founder of One More Multiverse, which is, quote, making the next generation of tabletop RPGs, end quote, which is also very cool. Keywords that came to mind reading this volume were propaganda, empire, coming of age, community, conspiracy theories, blackmail, and scapegoat. The summary off of Goodreads is, quote, Aiza has always dreamt of becoming a knight. It's the highest military honor in the once great Bayt-Sajji Empire, and as a member of the subjugated Ornu people, knighthood is her only path to full citizenship. Ravaged by famine and mounting tensions, Bayt-Sajji finds itself on the brink of war once again. So Aiza can finally enlist in the competitive Squire training program. It's not how she imagined it, though. Aiza must navigate new friendships, rivalries, and rigorous training under the unyielding General Hende, all while hiding her Ornu background. As the pressure mounts, Aiza realizes that the greater good that Bayt-Sajji military promises might not include her, and that the recruits might be in greater danger than she ever imagined. End quote. Scrolling through the reviews for Squire, particularly the negative ones, I would like to highlight that this book does read as a pretty young example of YA. The characters are pretty naive. A primary example being writing letters home to their parents on paper that is given to them by the program for free, and then surprised that they are not being sent home, but just used by the program to spy on their students. This is an important point to bring up, in my opinion, because it can really make or break one's opinion on the quality of the writing and world building. A bit easy for me to predict at times, but very engaging and fast-paced in a way I suspect HarperCollins trusts will engage young audiences. The art was really fun to look at as well. Having a story set in a fictional Middle East setting was a very interesting study and respectful representation, in contrast to so much of the racist and or exoticizing depictions I was often fed growing up. The empire of Bayt-Sajji is very diverse, so evil doesn't look any one way. Plus, the variety of dress was really natural and cool to take in. The color scheme was very warm, the speech bubbles expressive, and the page layouts were interesting and varied while remaining extremely easy to follow. Looking at the intersecting identities I'd like to explore in each of my reviews, while not the central point of Squire, we saw a lot of diversity of hair and body type, skin color, ethnic groups, culture, and gender. Due to my recent hiatus, I may be forgetting some background details, but sexuality of any kind was not something any of our characters seemed particularly interested in exploring in the text, which is perfectly reasonable. Disability also saw some representation, with the amputee Doric helping to train up Aiza in a way that, at least to me, the not expert, seemed like it avoided turning him into inspiration porn. He's still a strong and skilled fighter, even if the higher-ups underestimate him, plus he's a good guy. A low bar to clear, but frankly it's ridiculous how many stories, even to this day, only have disabled baddies. Looking at class and other more nitty-gritty leftist politics at the opening of Squire, I feel like we set up Aiza's situation well, with a lot of showing rather than telling. We very quickly understand the kind of conspiracy theories that have been spread about the Ornu and the threat of violence they live under continuously, and while it's hard to miss the fairly obvious subtext, flipping through the back matter, Nadia wrote, quote, no more orcs, no magical chosen ones, just people learning how to unlearn the justifications of colonialism and finding their way, end quote. which is obviously central to why Nadia and Sara created this work together. Wrapping things up, I found Squire to be pretty interesting, even if it is far from all ages, and as I said, easy for a mature reader to predict, etc. I really liked it though, and I found it a delight for the eyes, so 4 stars. Bye y'all. Keep reading and stand with striking workers. And Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, an Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.